Hi guys, this is LT Survival, and today's we'll be reviewing another Ganzo knife. Yeah, here's the dog coming. And we'll be reviewing the G735 from Ganzo, which is a more of a multi-tool knife. Has a nice blade and two tools, one for escape and the punch for the windows. So it is a very nice knife. I've tested the can opener and the lanyard cutter. I'll do a test again, and the blade, and it's a really nice knife. Again, it's an access lock with a clip, pocket clip. This one I've bought for my wife's car. Basically, she wants to keep it in the car. It hasn't been broken in as much as the other. It's not flipping as good, but it is kind of a stone wash finish on the blade. So I'm going to read the stat a bit for this knife. It's still a 440C blade. It's still called G10 handles, even though they feel more like plastic or nylon type. So I presume they are G10, but not sure. That's the only complaint I have. More of a boxy knife, not a squarish handle. Not gonna do wood cutting test with it because this is not its purpose. It's more of an escape knife. That's why I have some of these. We'll have some footage I did yesterday that is handheld by my youngest son, and you can hear him. He has a deep voice now. He's 15 years old, so one new addition to LT Survival's video. But the knife, the purpose of the knife is more for an escape knife from the car, so, and a utility knife. The lanyard cutter, this item, cuts very well, surprisingly. This is a leash for my dogs, no leash, and it's done for, and you can still cut pretty well with it. If it was a seat belt like twice as thin as this, it would have gone through like very easy. So for an escape tool, it's pretty nice. I do not have any glass to break, so I'm not going to break glass with it, but I'm going to use the can opener on the footage that we'll cut here and show you. It might be shaky a bit because it's freehand, but let's see it. Okay, we're going to try to open a spaghetti can with the opener of the Ganzo 735. So let's see what happened. Close the blade so we don't cut ourselves. I can get Let's try forward. Essayons-le par en avant. Non, c'est pas grave. Okay. No grip. So it's a counterclockwise type backward opening. It's a little awkward. But it works. What? Maybe the lefties would be more comfortable with this one, but for me it's awkward a little. Okay, let's test the other tool. Strap cutters. Let's try it this way. That works. if I use it this way. So yeah, it would be efficient if you go in underneath, pinch the strap you have to cut and go through. So for seat belts, that would be nice. We're back. If we want to test the blade for the purpose it might be used, cutting seat belts or something like that, again, I'll go with the leash material, and it does not a bad job. I mean, this is a leash and it does cut. What I found on paper cut, and I'm going to take a small newspaper for that, it says a little bit less cutting than my other Ganzos. This is not a paper I use usually. I don't have any. This is newspaper. It's kind of a mix in between. Here we go. It's not a bad edge, but I feel it's a little bit more gritty than the usual cut that we have to the Ganzo. So a little strop probably would bring this edge back up to the Ganzo standard. To conclude, well, this is another buy I did on GearBest, and I'm really satisfied with the quality of product Ganzo gives us. The blade is nothing fancy, 440C again. There's some jimping just before the ramp here. If you're not applying pressure, you're not feeling them at all. But as soon as you put some pressure on the handle, then your thumb gets into the groove and you feel the jimping on the liners inside the G10. This is not a hollowed out liners, so it's full weight, and with the tool basically the handle is a little thicker than it used to be. Still, it's pretty smooth. Can't adjust. I've tried to adjust a bit the pivot, but the axis, the centering of the blade was moving as fast as I moved the axis lock. But I would presume if I was to clean up the washers, it would go a little better. But still, we can flick it once in a while. Not a bad knife. It's going to be the car knife for the yellow car of my wife, and the yellow knife. And that's it. That's about it. One more point before we leave you. Just received yesterday a gift from Boreal Bushcraft Canada. So a little shout out to Andy and his site, Boreal Bushcraft Canada. They also make a wool hanorak, and they have a company that sells a couple of items. Boreal Bushcraft Canada, they're on YouTube, so go see them. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.